Today, I want to talk about how sports has been used as a mechanism for peace. And I've got many examples to share.
In 2007,
Ivory Coast football legend Didier Drogba once did what most politicians can't. That year, the Ivory Coast national football team, nicknamed the Elephants, won the coveted World Cup qualification. At the time, the West African country was going through a bloody civil war. After the game, as captain of the team, Drogba got on his knees in the locker room and pleaded for both sides to stop fighting. The image of footballers kneeling turned into a national prayer for peace. A ceasefire followed and history was made. Under apartheid South Africa, a global sports boycott against the country began in the 1970s and continued through the 1980s. The country was not able to participate in international rugby, cricket, or football games. For many, this sports isolation hit harder than economic sanctions and helped to end the racist policy in 1990. After apartheid ended, South African President Nelson Mandela used sports as a unifying tool of racial reconciliation. In 1995, South Africa had just won the Rugby World Cup. Mandela showed up at Ellis Park Stadium in Johannesburg wearing a Springboks jersey, a symbol of white minority rule. When he lifted that trophy with the team's white captain, Francois Pienaar, it wasn't just rugby. It was the birth of the new multiracial nation that transcended sport. Finally, in Colombia, peace through sports isn't just celebrated, it's practiced. They call it Golombao. It's the name for a Football for Peace League launched in 2003 by UNICEF and the Colombian government. This bold experiment was aimed at united communities battered by 5 decades of armed conflict and cartel violence. At first, it was just a pilot with 8 departments, 39 municipalities, playing on a handful of dusty fields where kids rewrite the rules of football. Indeed, it's far from normal football. Teams must compromise men and women, and before the kickoff, players negotiate their own rules. A goal doesn't count unless both men and women score. Fair play matters as much as the final result. For young people trapped between cartels, paramilitaries, and civil war, Golombao is a chance to learn dialogue, respect, and inclusion. By 2014, more than 30,000 young people, including thousands from indigenous communities, had taken part in the game. And now, over 200,000 Colombian youth have played. From the Ivory Coast to Colombia, sport has left an impact of peace that politics too often fails to deliver. It has taught the world that dialogue is possible, that unity is reachable, and that peace is not an abstract notion. Simply put, it can be more than just a game. I'm Ahmed Ghoneim. Keep bowling and stay peaceful, fam.